beautiful gemstones. Welcome to Tuesday afternoon talk. Miss Lotus Girl, Mark Webster. Hey, hi, how you doing? I'm wearing my pajamas, so they're a little crinkly, but they're new. They say Moonchild and have matching shorts. So I did it comfy today for the most part. I hope everyone is having a great Tuesday, a great week so far. It's really crappy and rainy here. We have had so much rain in New Jersey this year. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Jim's camera at dawn. And Mark Hall said, what is up, my peoples? How you all doing? So good to see you guys. Let me bring in the Ghost Dragons here. Roger Blair.
No.
Jason
Hello, everybody.
Pritchard.
Hey, Richard. Lotus, dear. Mark, Edna.
Thank
Jim.
you, Miss Lotus. This is one of the
Mark.
several that Miss Pixie got me for my birthday. So it's the first time I'm wearing it. I wasn't going to wear one today because I got up this morning and I had to go read to RJ's class and then meet with the principal. So I was very like hair in a bun, very little makeup, presentable. But then at the last minute, I was like, I want to try out that new one. So here we are. And I do. I really like it a lot.
Hello, Mr. Roger.
So thank you. Midday snack. Sounds
Waffles.
good.
Yes,
I'm frying up some chicken tonight. So yeah, guys, as usual with Tuesday, we don't really have like a plan, but I just want to say I hope you all are watching these shorts. I do put a lot of effort into them, even if sometimes it doesn't seem like it. I really do. And the astrology shorts. Thank you, Mark.
Always does, doesn't she?
I did the second week of March yesterday, and I'm going to be doing April readings for everyone who purchases them throughout the month, the patrons and the regulars. I'm going to be starting April readings this week. But my books, the newest two, Campfire Stories Volume 1 and Campfire Stories Volume 2, thank you guys so much for your support with those. It's weird because Volume 2 is selling way better than Volume 1, and they're both the exact same thing.
Maybe the stories are better in 2.
But how would you know that if you didn't buy the book? You wouldn't know that. Like what? Like if you like Campfire Stories, I'm just saying, if you bought 2 and you enjoyed it, go and check out 1. Yeah. I wrote the introduction today. I was keeping it a surprise what the next book is going to be, the shorter books, because I am going to be doing some sort of something like in shorter form and then a longer book. So I decided to go with Mysterious Disappearances. And I'm not talking about like normal ones. I'm talking about the people who are climbing up the side of a mountain and are gone in a second and they didn't fall or jump to their death. They're nowhere. The people that are wearing bright red jackets and they turn a corner and 30 seconds later or less, they're gone. The kids that are disappearing in the blink of an eye inside the woods and out. This is just like, there are some where people are just walking down the street and they're gone. Yeah. But I needed to be careful with that because as Ghost Dragons and I were talking about behind the scenes, I didn't want to offend anyone. I know I've done true crime cases where people will come at me and be like, how dare you try to put a paranormal spin on somebody else's pain and suffering. So I had to be really careful and really clear in the introduction with the disclaimer that this is just a different lens of how to look at these disappearances from. And I'm not trying to, of course, I'm not trying to hurt anyone or anything like that. I don't think enough people that use these stories for books think about that element of what is going to happen when the loved ones of the missing or of the deceased read it. If they don't believe in the paranormal, especially, it could end up being offensive or like we're trying to, if you don't believe in, say, fairies, and I'm writing about the disappearance of your loved one through the lens of maybe a fae did it, you're going to think I'm mocking you or it's just a tricky area to be in, but I really wanted to do the book. So now that I got the introduction down the way that I absolutely want it, I'm going to be starting it up and it's going to be on a pre-order for May 1st, Gone Mysterious Disappearances. That's what it's called. So you can find that on Amazon as well. I know it's a lot of books all at once, but I'm covering lots of different subjects.
You got a cover for that one too, don't you?
I do. It's not, I didn't do it publicly yet, but I did show it to you and to my mom. But like, I want to write about all different things. I don't want to be pigeonholed into just writing about one particular thing. That's why there's been so much on so many different subjects. So, yep, that's that. I'm getting back to my grind this week. I took, the weekend, obviously, for my B-Day, which you guys made so much more incredible and amazing by just your kindness and generosity and love.
But see, that's the thing, Edna. Some people are not like that, and they want to keep it, within the community, whatever. But there are people that really don't want.
Yeah, no, I absolutely, I
totally agree. Yeah,
I would too. My concern was if you get someone that doesn't believe in the paranormal. What's up, Mama Bear? If you get someone that doesn't believe in the paranormal, and your loved one went missing, and you see someone writing about it saying maybe Bigfoot was involved here, you might think, wow, how effing dare them try to bring my tragedy into this ridiculousness.
Right.
For us in the community, it makes perfect sense because we believe in the Fae, in Bigfoot, in demons, in forest spirits, in all of these things that are happening, extraterrestrial abductions. But for the percentage of the population that doesn't, I just wanted to make sure I handled it with tact and to the best of my ability. There are going to be people who are going to be mad about it. It might be received as in a confrontational way, but I hope that it's not. I hope that I maintain the dignity and integrity of not only the cases, but the victims and the people involved. And we'll see when it comes out, the reviews. I'm not a review reader. I refuse to read my own reviews. That was a big piece of advice I was given early on.
Never
and that was reiterated to me very recently, was stop reading the reviews. Because for every 40 good ones, there's going to be one bad one that is just going to stick. And it did. It gave me severe writer's block. It kind of traumatized me out of writing. Yeah, it made it so that I wasn't sure if I wanted to continue being an author, which is like my dream. It really messed me up. So, and I absolutely agree. I'd want it everywhere that I could possibly get it, especially a lot of these cases are older. So like I'm starting the book off with Eric Lewis, who we recently discussed in a video about Mount Rainier, the guy who was mountain climbing, and he was there 1 minute or 1 second really, and 2 seconds later at 13,900 feet up the side of a mountain, he was gone. His rope had been cut and knotted neatly, but his body was never found. His remains were never found. He was never found. And the only thing left behind was they found his backpack.
That was,
But there was snow. So there were also no footprints. It was very bizarre. And it's actually going over that case in the Mount Rainier video is what made me kind of start considering doing something like that. So I am really excited about it.
It'll be a good book. I can't wait.
What's going on in paranormal news this week, guys? Anyone dealing with anything? Doing stuff? Any kind of stuff?
Doing stuff. Hey, man, you doing stuff?
I want to show you guys. Go ahead, Steven.
Oh, no, you're fine. I am seeing crazy stuff again when I go out again. So I don't know why it's picking up again. I had a problem yesterday when I was at the store. Been sticking close to home again.
Well, it didn't really. I don't know. I guess for me, it didn't really slow down, but I don't really go anywhere. So
wait, I'm talking. I see stuff all the time, but there was a period there a while back ago where I was just seeing some nasty stuff, and then I saw the Hat Man again, and behind the lady at the grocery store, the cashier, and ever since then it's picked up again. The other day when I was in the store, this thing was literally on this lady's back, and it looked like it was shaking chunks out of her neck. It was just this black. You could see this thing just going like this, and it was weird. It was. Dad's going, "What are you looking at?" I'm going, "I don't even want. I can't even."
Yeah, you can't even describe that. There are a few comments here. So Anna says, let the negative comments roll off like water on a duck's back. Too many negative Nancys in this world. Exactly. I have breakdowns over negative comments and, negative things said to me and about me so much that like my mentor is on speed dial. He's always just like, ask them what they're writing. Ask them how long it took them to accomplish their lifelong dream. Ask them how long it takes them to write a book. Ask them what they did differently in their novels or whatever. And he's right. Donna, your mom's always with you. She and your grandma were there that one time when I was there. One of the first times I'd seen you after so many years when I was finally talking about my abilities. And it was very uncomfortable for me because you and I had lived together. We had been through so much together, and I had never mentioned this. So being able to mention it, I just remember I was eating. We were eating. I had gone to the diner for us. And I remember I kept looking up and seeing them there and then looking back at you because I'm like, I want to say something, but I don't know. It was uncomfortable, but they're always there. Your grandmother likes to prank the people in your building, and she likes to sit on the bench outside. I don't know if it's still there, but she was saying, and appear as though she's actually human and then disappear so that people are like, wasn't there just an old woman sitting there? She loves it. She loves it.
That happened.
Bigfoot, what's up?
We have the Worthington Inn up at the top of the little town of Worthington. It's just a suburb, but anyways, there's a little green area, and then there's the original Worthington Inn that's been there since the beginning of the state, or since it was founded. Anyways, people often talk about those benches out front. There's a restaurant, then there's a old hotel style. And my brother actually used to live on the second floor. Anyways, people would say they would be sitting out front on the bench and be talking to a man with a cigar in his mouth for like hours. Mm-hmm. And then they'd go to turn around and he'd be gone. And the original owner was this short, stocky guy that always had a cigar in his mouth. And they say it's still, even it closed down and they're redoing it. Now the workers are saying that they go in rooms and all they smell is cigar smoke, but nobody's smoking a cigar. And they think that he may be overseeing the renovations. Yeah, but it's really weird because it picked up again.
Renovations will also dredge things up. Back to the comments. I'm sorry, I just don't want to forget what I'm about to say because I was reading through these.
You're fine.
Yes, and I am definitely sensitive. And also, I've always been very sensitive to criticism because in my house growing up, like I got attention for doing things well, like getting good grades in school and being they call it now the hero child. There's the hero child and the scapegoat. I was always the hero child. So when I felt like I wasn't doing, like, that's why I'm a perfectionist with a lot of things. When I felt like I wasn't doing the very best, that's why I wasn't getting attention. Really, I was just being neglected. But in my child head, it was because I wasn't enough. I wasn't doing enough. I wasn't doing the best. It was very strange. And one more thing you said about dreams, which is crazy because I just started the script for one of Monday's videos. We're going to be discussing dream demons, dream or nightmare entities, dream demons, and whether or not they're real, which you guys know, I know they're real, and maybe where they come from or why they're visiting us. I mean, most of us kind of know that it's the astral projection thing. One thing I wanted to mention before I show you guys some new crystals I got is Sunny from Paranormal Chop Shop. I didn't address it on Saturday because I just didn't think it was my place to be the first person, one of the first people to start announcing that he has passed. He did pass from a heart attack, from what I understand. And being a medium, I always grieve very differently. I know when people pass because they always stop in and visit. Usually they don't say anything. They just show me themselves and they're gone. And then I'm like, oh, okay. So this person died. So it was a little weird before I got the text asking if I knew. Sunny and I did not stream together a lot, but we were very, very close behind the scenes. We would talk all the time. dozens and dozens of texts a week, and just he'll be greatly missed. And I am shocked that that he's gone. So everybody keep his family, his wife Deanna, and his whole family in your prayers and in your thoughts. And the reason I just kind of carried on with the stream, I was there in one, it was a birthday celebration. Two, I had already had a really bad weekend. Three, again, I don't know his wife that well, so I didn't think it was my place to start talking about it. There were a few people who came in and we're like trying to break the news while we're in the middle of a stream where I'm channeling people. I'm trying to celebrate my birthday. There's a lot of stuff going on. And a couple people had emailed me that I was being insensitive. I don't think I was being insensitive. I was following through with my job and the work that I had to do. And I did plan on addressing Sonny's death, obviously, because we were friends. But to just come into the middle of someone's celebration stream so that you can have all eyes on you. And I don't throw pity parties for people. And I mean that because there were a couple people who I know he particularly did not like or did not know very well that came in like, oh, my best friend. No, like, I don't like when people do that. It's okay to grieve someone you barely knew if you knew they were a good person, but you're not going to come into my stream or my space and try to grieve openly and get people to give you that sympathy if I know for a fact you didn't get along with the person or you barely knew them. Right. So I do come off as very insensitive towards death and dying, and I don't mean to. It's just I know that they're with us. I see them. That won't be the last time I see him. It hasn't been. So, and in fact, I would see him more now that he's passed than I would when he lived in California and I had never met him in real IRL, right? So just so you guys know, and I want to just show, yeah, Blue Crossroads, exactly. He says, you were communicating with me when you appeared to you. I remember you were worried about seeing him and knew it before it was announced, but didn't want to publicly say it because of that. Yeah, because, I mean, if my husband passed away and I went on YouTube and some chick was, that I don't know personally, was talking about his death, I think that I would be a little bit upset by that. Yeah, it just happened to the family. So thank you guys for understanding. And yes, you cannot please everyone. I've learned that on YouTube because I used to try. And so, okay. I got this last night. It is a fire quartz, and I'm going to be working with this all week. This came from Miss Darling Deb. I got this at night, late at night, like around 9, I guess. And it had been delivered at like 4. So it's really cold outside, raining. By the time I got it, it was freezing cold when I took it out of the packaging. Within seconds of having it in my hand, it was so hot to the touch that I felt like I was going to have a burn mark in my palm. So she was dead on, or as Jules would say, dead balls accurate, that this is something I definitely needed. Even now it's heating up a lot. So I'm going to be working with this. And I always try my best. I really do. I just filmed 2 shorts right before we did this. Just for poops and giggles. And then Miss Paranormal Pixie sent me 3. So there's this one that it's a kitty cat, but it reminds me of the Hello Kitty because of the shape of it. And I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe this is crazy agate or crazy lace agate, or not crazy lace agate, flower agate. Okay, because you can see the little things in it that kind of looks, but I'm not sure on that one. This one is an opal, but it's blue. Because I thought at first it was blue lace agates, but I believe it's opaline. A tiny piece chipped off the back in moving it from my mom's, but it still stands. And it's a Pikachu Spider-Man. So, and then a green aventurine kitty cat. They're adorable. Love them. Long Island Bigfoot. Yeah. Jules Enigma, multifaceted Jules always says dead balls accurate. 80% liking you is about as good as it gets. Yeah, absolutely. I also have to watch because I don't ever want to get to that point again where I've gotten in the beginning of my career so many times where like people are getting the wrong idea of my kindness. And I joke around and I'm like, listen, I don't flirt. It's just not my fault. Everything I say sounds like, what did I put? I was like, it's not my fault. Everything I say sounds like butter on a roll or something like that. I don't know. I was being facetious, but it is a little frustrating. People get the wrong idea. Thank you, Miss Lotus Girl. What's up, Smoochy Girl? So yeah, that's my ramble. Had a good day, and I've got, after the stream ends, about an hour before I got to get RJ off the bus, fry up some chicken, and do all the cleaning I didn't get to do this morning because I went and read to his class and met with the principal, and I felt so weird sitting in the principal's office. Very uncomfortable, but his principal is a really, really nice guy, so I was happy about that. What's going on with everybody else? Tell me something, guys. Give us something to talk about. You okay, Ghost Dragons?
Yeah. I'm fine. Just seeing what everybody's got to say.
What's LBL, guys?
It's another convention, I think.
I figured that. I just mean, what is it? Like, I'm trying to think of what it could stand for, but I can't.
Somebody tell us. I would assume that's what it is.
Latro, yeah, I was a waitress for most of my adult life up until my addiction, and even in it a little bit until YouTube. Land Between the Lakes, got it. And I was a really great waitress because money was at stake, right? So I knew, and I would get people telling me all the time, like, oh my God, you're the best server I ever had. And it made me feel really good. But I actually really got a distaste and a disdain for people doing that job. So coming to love people again. Missing 411 Alaska Bigfoot cruise. Wow, that sounds amazing. Roger Blair says, I found 2 small white crystal figures in the house the other day. One was a bear and the other was a squirrel, but I don't know where they came from. They were crystal? Like quartz, or you don't know? Lots of activity for cryptids and the paranormal. I swear I am doing the Pine Barrens this year. Like, I don't care. I'm doing it. Hopefully I'll be contracted by then and actually have income. Still waiting. But it's coming. You know, I feel like what's coming next is so big that I had to have this break of being able to pay my bills. That sounds awesome. Part of the Land Between the Lakes is in Kentucky. If any of you ever get together, and I say this all the time, so Long Island Bigfoot, Blue Crossroads, any of you guys, always send me pictures, okay? Most of you have my number. If not, everyone has my email. Just send me photos. I love to see when you guys get together, and it really makes me happy. Thank you, Miss Donna. I tried. I think I worked my butt off for sure. I'm really good at I was really good at just keeping people happy because, again, I would always think to myself, well, this is going to be the difference between whether I go home with a little bit of money or a lot. And I would always be the one who they'd be like, oh, Gemma, this person forgot to do their side work. Could you do it? Or, oh, Gemma, this customer's flipping out. Can you take over that table? And working the overnights with the people that had too much to drink coming from the bar across the street. I don't miss it. I miss having cash every day, but I'm doing what I absolutely love and making my dreams come true. And I get to also be at home with my son. So for me, that's the most important thing. Mini doc out of outings. Well, Long Island Bigfoot, when we do so I've been planning this for like 3 years, right? Oh, Smoochy, I can picture that only because a lot of people tell me they can't picture me being a waitress, but I can see it. I can see it. So Long Island Bigfoot, I've been planning this for a couple of years. I've been wanting to do it, but my subscriber base isn't gigantic, you know, but it's at just the right spot now where I don't have to worry about too many like crazy people coming just to try to, be near me. I don't have to worry about too many stalkers right now. So I don't know why Ghost Dragons just, oh, there he is. I was going to say, okay. So, okay. Stop with the mini stories and just speak to Long Island Bigfoot. Okay. We've been wanting to get people together to rent 2 cabins or more, but we think 2 should be sufficient for the amount of people that'll probably come. 1 for the males and 1 for the females. Not because we're not all adults, but because some of us are married and our significant others wouldn't be coming, and it's just better. So everyone chips in that's coming for the cabins and the food. We'll all bring equipment. I wanted to do a spirit call because, the Pine Barrens in southern New Jersey, there's a lot of allegedly mob bodies. It's also where the Jersey Devil is. So we wanted to hunt for the Jersey Devil at night and just do like an overall paranormal filming there. And I thought with me being a medium and you guys, a lot of y'all with y'all's abilities, people would have to come from all over. So I know like plane tickets and stuff like that. But the people in the general area, or those willing to fly in or whatever, I think we can all have such an amazing time together. And I really do feel like with me there, Steven there, so many of you there, I think it'll not only activate a lot of you guys, but I think it'll also be really interesting to watch and like get on video and maybe just put it out and let people see what the paranormal is all about. Because a lot of what we get on television today, and I always say this, that would, Long Island Bigfoot. So anyone that would want to come, and I'll get back to the television thing. Anybody that would want to come, we'd find out how much the cabins are and who's definitely coming. Then we'd split the cost of the cabin between that many people. Or we can do something like if you've got to fly in, maybe your cost for the cabin would be a little less. Like work it out so we can get, 24, 30 people in. And then I know how to safely conduct a spirit call. I don't like calling them seances because it sounds too woo-woo. And we've been wanting to do it now for years. And people are like, we could probably come. But then when the time comes, nobody really, especially with the economy, nobody's really had the money to do it. But I'm starting to meet a lot more people in this area. And I think once we do it once, then people are going to see what it's all about and want to start coming in for it. So I just thought it would be a really great idea. So we're going to try to get it together this year. I really, really want to do it. But what I was saying was on like TV, and I always say this, it pisses me off. And I want to make sure I don't do this during any investigations. Imagine being a spirit, and this, we can't even imagine it as humans. And nobody has paid they can't see you. They can't hear you. They don't acknowledge you for like 100 years or more, right? New Jersey is one of the first original colonies. So a really long time, centuries. Finally, this crew comes in and they're like, just tell us your name. It's okay. Like, we're not here to hurt you. And finally you say, my name is Gemma. All of a sudden, these people start screaming, oh my God, running all around, knocking things. That would terrify you and you'd lose trust in the individuals. And that's what we're seeing on TV. The people are getting the responses they're asking for, but then they're being incredibly disrespectful to the spirit that is giving the responses. And that's why we don't get as many responses as we could be getting. I know it's exciting. I know it's scary. And I know that it's exhilarating. But you have to remember that the spirits you're dealing with when they were once human, they still have that human element to them, especially if they didn't cross over and they're earthbound. They still have those range of emotions to a degree, higher or lower, that we can't even imagine or fathom because we still have our spirit within our body, right? So I feel like that's just so rude, so disrespectful, and I want to do something different. I don't want to do that. Chillin' Charlie! Film everything or live stream everything so people feel included, but in real life it's the best. Yeah, I feel like this year would be a good year to do it. Hopefully by next year, you know, my name will be big enough, my name, my brand, my channel, and all that will be big enough that we could do it a little bigger. But I think an intimate group of people would work so well for something like this. They have cabins right there. The Jersey Devil is sighted all the time at these cabins. And again, all the spirits. Right. Blue Crossroads, exactly, because it's about the drama for the viewers, the ratings. They couldn't care less for the spirits other than getting them ratings. I don't want to do that. I want us to have an amazing time and get some paranormal activity on caught on tape and on camera. The Jersey Devil, not this Jersey Devil, the actual like beastly thing.
I don't need to say anything. I've said enough.
Hey, Pine Island Research. Nick Goff is one of my favorites because he has so much respect and he's just an average guy with a passion. Yes, I agree. Jeep with the tent attachment. Teach Gemma how to camp. I would definitely need to be learned how to camp. I don't know how. Ray has always promised to take me, but in the end, we never go. I remember there was some sort of event going on where Connor Flynn, Bigfoot Anon, he probably shouldn't have said his name, but I think he uses his real name interchangeably with Bigfoot Anon, so I don't think I gave anything away there. He and Tommy from the Paranormal Press magazine that I've written for, they were just randomly discussing me, and Tommy was like, yeah, next time I come down to Florida to the swamps, I'm bringing Gemma Jade with me. And Connor's like, yeah, good luck. Good luck. I was like, I'm going. And that's what I mean. People can drive in depending where you live. It's just going to be an amazing time. We were thinking a weekend, but maybe we'll do it for like the whole week and you can just stay until you want to go, you know? But I think it's something that hasn't really been done with dignity before, or at least not much, you know, for YouTube, because it's about the jump scares and the plants and planting people. And I just want to authentically do it, you know? I didn't think so. That was an oops moment because I don't like when people say my full name, my real name, online. I said cabins just because I felt most people would feel more comfortable. I know I would. But of course there's camping right there too. I mean, it's the Pine Barrens. It's literally what it's there for. So hopefully we can get something planned and moving forward soon for that. Probably, I don't know if the fall would be a good time. I remember discussing this last year. Whether we should do it in the fall or the spring. And someone was like, don't do it at this time because of the mosquitoes. I no earth in my chart, guys. I'm not an outside girl. I don't even like being outside to go grocery shopping. So
June,
I don't know when
August
come around.
Be out there, so it's pretty bad.
Well, yeah, well, to me, June and July is summer.
Yeah, but August it gets real bad, and then if you go camping, I always like going like early spring, then like mid to end fall before it just starts getting too cold.
That's what I was thinking, like September-ish, somewhere around there. And I know this summer, I have to follow up again, but I'm pretty sure I was invited. Well, I know I was invited, but I haven't finished like finalizing the details to speak at a haunted bed and breakfast near Gettysburg. I guess about the darker side of hauntings. So like, I don't know anything about Gettysburg. I mean, I know something, but I don't know anything. I don't have like intimate or intricate knowledge of it, but I do know about the darkness that hangs around battlefields, you know, and I know about that type of stuff that I would be speaking on. So, fall is great. I couldn't remember if people were saying fall or spring, because if it's spring, it's probably not happening.
Well, fall's nice too. You get the changing of the leaves. You get the cool nights, so it's nice to sleep. It's just a lot more comfortable. I prefer fall myself. See, I like winter camping too. A lot of people don't like winter camping. I don't mind camping in the snow. It doesn't bother me. But then again, I love the
snow. I just mean for like get-togethers. We want to do it when most people will be comfortable, and the same here. That's what I've been told. But I couldn't remember if it was spring or fall that people were saying is the best time. Yeah, spring also with allergies. So maybe September we can get something together. I'll find out how much they are this year and see how many people want to go. And then
actually, I'm looking at a truck right now that's it's real nice, and I've already got a tent set up that hooks onto the back of the truck. So it's a truck and it's a full bed. So you could put a mattress in the truck, and then you have a tent for all your stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's nice. But I'm looking at the truck Friday.
Blue Crossroads, I agree. Snow is only beautiful on television, and it's so funny because I don't like the snow. I always call it boot ruining snow because I love boots, and I can't even wear the type of boots that I like in the snow because they get ruined. So this year was the first year RJ was really interested in going out and playing in the snow. And I just couldn't do it. So his dad brought him out, and within like 20 minutes, he was like, I want to go in. He came in, and then the very next day, he's like, the snow didn't melt yet. I hate snow.
I've had my sled ready forever, and I haven't been able to go sledding.
And on vacation, short-term snow. Yes, Miss Deb, and welcome. I've always wanted to go camping. I've just always been told that I wouldn't be good at it. But I've been told I wouldn't be good at a lot of things that I was good at, or that I wouldn't enjoy it, I guess. And I think that I would if I was in the right company. I'm not as much of a princess type as I look like I am, or that a lot of people make me out to be sometimes.
Yeah, and that's kind of like what I have. It's a little smaller. It's made for like 4 people, but the tent's big enough that if the truck I'm looking at has a cab on the back, it's really nice. It's really nice. And I could get an air mattress and slide that in the back and hook it up all nice and neat. And then you would have the whole tent to, eat in and everything. See, I already got, that's what I was holding up earlier. I've been working on my survival kits, and I got a whole bunch of survival
an ammo box.
Yeah, it's an ammo box, but I got it used as my.
Do I mean from Fortnite? It looks like a Fortnite ammo box. Don't show weapons. Can't show weapons.
Oh, you can, but it's not like that. And then a thing to cut trees with. It's a wire, like a piano wire, and a fire starter where you don't have to have a lighter. This will start a fire.
Darling Deb, every time I try to go hiking in the woods next to my house, I get lost. Every single time, no matter what I do. Every time.
The light. Shovel.
Oh, nice.
It's nice. Yeah, it is. And then I got stuff put away, too. Yeah, I love my setup. And then I'll get a box, and I'm going to get a couple things. Yeah, I'm kind of a survivalist. I'm the only one in the house that's prepared. So I told everybody when we leave, have to bug out. I got us covered.
Oh yeah, Ghost Dragons has to come for sure. Well, that's what we were saying. I don't know if you were listening, darling Deb, but we were talking about going to. Some people call it Central Jersey. I don't believe Central Jersey exists. You have North and South. And we were thinking of going to South Jersey to the Pine Barrens, where the Jersey Devil, like up in Leeds Point over there, because we could do a spirit call. There's a lot of deceased bodies there, and I'm sure there's a lot of spirit there. I know. That's the thing. Deb says, oh, Gemma, got to tie little strips of stuff to trees as you go so you can find your way back. That's the thing. The trees are marked. They're hiking trails. That's what they're for. There's red, green, red, blue, and red and blue. I don't know. I just have to like take pictures as I go because otherwise, but that is how I've accidentally channeled a Bigfoot, was lost and really, really upset in the woods the one time when I got lost. It was dark. It was just starting to rain. My phone had just died and I didn't know how to get home. And I was really scared because there were bears out there. It was April 23rd. I even remember the day. April 23rd, 2019. I got lost for 8 hours in the woods. That was my son Logan's birthday. That's why I remember. I do. I need a keeper for sure. Not going out by myself ever again. Never been to Jersey, but we've got to change that. To clarify, no, there's no middle. The middle is the line between North and South. No Central Jersey. It's a thing, like South Jersey,
North Korea and South Korea.
Yeah, South Jersey, like they speak much slower. They say pork roll instead of Taylor ham. They go to the beach. Like North Jersey, we go down the shore. We eat Taylor ham. Everything fast. You know, like we know that 65 means 80, and if you're going slower than that, you're the problem. It actually, if you look online, there actually was and still is a huge debate about Central Jersey. Like people get upset about it. They're like, there is no Central Jersey. It's North and South. And I'm like, yes, I am of that same mind. Nope. North Jersey is not the Jersey Shore people. South Jersey is Jersey Shore, but the people from that show were from New York. They weren't from New Jersey. They were just living in Seaside, which is 9 minutes from my mom's house, which is in Southern Jersey. But some people will say it's Central. It's not Central. Central doesn't exist, I tell you.
It does.
It was so funny. I had so much stuff in my hands this morning at the school. I kept handing my cup to Ray. I'm like, can you just hold this? Can you just hold this? And we walked out. He's like, I don't like holding this. He's like, I feel like I'm trying to make up for something. I'm like, they can see that you're with me. He's like, I will hold your purse. He's like, I'm not holding that cup. I was like, okay.
He doesn't want to hold the status mug. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was, though.
It's huge. It's awesome. 6'5", very muscular, carrying my Juicy Couture purse, but would not carry the status mug. So for anyone new, there is no Central Jersey, period. I'm telling you, watch. Okay. Is there a Central New Jersey?
I don't know. I live in
Central New Jersey. Central New Jersey doesn't exist, but don't tell Central Jerseyans that. I'm telling you, throughout its entire, I won't read this whole thing, but throughout its entire history, after European colonization at least, the land now known as New Jersey has been split into two parts. Before 1702, it was two territories, East Jersey and West Jersey, with a diagonal border between them. After it was united as a colony and then a state, it maintained almost the exact same diagonal border, forming two culturally distinct, if not officially recognized regions, North Jersey and South Jersey. Yet for the greater part of a century, some have insisted that New Jersey has a third region. These folks are overwhelmingly those who actually live in the alleged region, which lies along that old diagonal border. What is Central Jersey? And more importantly, what does it mean for the people who claim that they reside there? And there's this whole thing about it. I'm telling you. It's a thing, like asking what exit you're from. Got to know that exit.
People ask me, I just say, oh, I live by campus. I'm only about 10 minutes away from the stadium, so it's a nightmare during games and basketball.
Well, campus here would be Rutgers.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, you got to know what exit you are off the Parkway, and Patterson's 154. I don't live in Patterson right now, but that's my hometown, so I've always wanted to go to Tennessee. I want to go to a lot of different places, especially since meeting you guys. You know, like I want to meet you guys like in actual life. Hey, Miss Shelley. I was in Texas once. I visited my sister and brother-in-law in Fort Hood when he was in the Army. I left after a week after I saw one of those dustnadoes. And I thought it was like an actual mini tornado. And I left. I left immediately. Never looked back.
I mean,
it was also very like, it was weird. Thank you, Charlie. It was weird when, like, how easy it was to get onto that military base. I didn't have photo ID at the time. And they were just like, yeah, okay. I'm like, no, but I'm here to see. They're like, go through. I was like, Dust Devil. Yes. It's so funny, Chill and Charlie. RJ's teacher asked if anyone had any questions for me since I'm a real life author, you know, someone who writes books. And their questions range from "you're really pretty" to "I like your nails." They were funny. Why do you write scary books?
To scare children like you.
They were adorable. They were so cute. Astronauts. I'm going to end in about 4 minutes, guys, and get some yoga done, get some cleaning done before I got to fry up some chicken because I'm actually pretty hungry. I got my shake back 9 days worth, so I usually have it for about 9 days a month. I don't have to eat breakfast or lunch, and it feels pretty good. I get so annoyed when I have to eat, not for like any reason with my weight or anything, just like I don't like breakfast and I don't like breakfast food. So I'm always like, I have to eat now. RJ's the same way. On weekends, he doesn't eat until like noon. And it's not because I don't offer him food or he can't go grab something. He just doesn't want to eat. So in the morning, I have him on those Pediasure like nutrition shakes for kids. Yeah. And he'll eat like maybe a bowl of cereal or like an egg.
That's because he wants to play on the game all day.
No, not in the morning. He just doesn't like to eat. My son Damien's the same way. My mom's the same way. Like we just aren't breakfast people. Kids do ask the darndest questions and say the darndest things. That is for sure. All right, guys, listen up. Campfire Stories Volume 1 could use a little love. If you purchase any of my books across the board, please rate them 5 stars. Leave positive reviews. Even though I won't see them, people will. And Harley is cool. People will see them, and it does help keep the books like kind of in the public eye of Amazon. Don't forget to send in donations, PayPal, Cash App. Personal readings starting at $20 a pop. And have a really, really great week. We will see you on Friday this week for Live Intuitive Oracle. Please check out the shorts. Like I said, it may not seem like a lot, but I do work really hard on them, and they've actually helped grow my channel so much. 500 subscribers in the last 56 days. So that is amazing. Thank you, Harley is cool, and welcome. You're just missing the end of the stream, but you can go back and check it out or come visit us Friday. Thursday night, Miss Paranormal Pixie will be on at 8 p.m. Eastern, provided nothing comes up for her. Tomorrow night, Ghost Dragons, are you going to be streaming or not? Streaming?
As far as I know, yes.
He says, thanks both. We did literally nothing. I just rambled. But thank you guys for tuning in. Maybe I might even have some time for some Fortnite before I have to get RJ off the bus, because now I'm obsessed and addicted. Like I told you guys, if I pick up that dang controller, I'm going to end up being addicted. Yeah, now I play by myself. I love you guys. Harley is cool. Just thank you for stopping in. I love seeing new names, and I feel bad that we're on our way out, but stop in anytime. Guys, check out the pre-recordeds, and we'll see you guys real soon.